you've got the water running, what you want to do is wipe up the bottom of your cabinet of all the water spills from before. Then you can kind of let this run for a while, even if you don't see any drips. All you got to do is check this in about a minute or so. If you see one little bit of water on here, you know you've got a little bit of a leak, and then you have to look at it a little bit closer. Okay, we're wiping this. This gives you a good chance to wipe out the bottom of your cabinet at the same time. Look at that, 2 birds and 1 stone. As you're wiping this up, wipe it up all nice and dry. It gives you a chance to wipe out the whole cabinet at the same time. Now you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Can you imagine? I ran water through it. Everything seems fine here. If the threads on the little plunger up above, look at that, make sure that's not dripping, because I saw a little drip as I'm tightening this up, and it was up there. So I'm going to tighten that just a little bit more with my pliers. They're plastic threads, like I told you, so I didn't want to over tighten that. There's a little gasket up there too, so I didn't think I needed to put Teflon tape on there. Now if that is still dripping when I get done, guess what? I'm going to have to put Teflon tape on there. And it just goes to show you, any threads that you have, once you have it off, you might as well put some Teflon tape on there. That's your little insurance. I'm running water down here again. I'm checking everything out. Got this all wiped out. And just a little tip, you can use some toilet paper or something like that. And after a couple minutes, as you're letting the water go through there, just wipe the bottom. Even if you can't see any water, you can wipe this down here. If anything's moist at all, obviously you know you've got a drip somewhere. You can shine a flashlight up in there, check everything out, and do a good job. I don't want you to have any leaks. Everything looks good now, but I did want to point out, if you do happen to feel or see a splatter up in here or something dripping off your trap, that doesn't necessarily mean your trap is leaking. You always want to look up too, because we had the threads above the trap, you know, that first piece we took off, that was dripping ever so slightly. And I gave that one little tightness and one little turn, and everything stopped. But I don't want you to just make an assumption that it's always going to be your trap at that point. Check everything out, wipe everything up, dry everything, turn the water back on, and there you go. Everything seems to be working good. This now holds water. Sometimes this won't hold water before, because you got too much hair and stuff stuck around here. So everything looks fine. This pops up and down, nice and tight. Everything runs nice now. All right. Now that you've determined everything's dry, put everything away and put the doors back on, the cabinet doors. Now I'm not going to show you how to do the cabinet doors, because you know how to do that too, don't you? The last thing I want to show you on the cabinet door, these are the recessed hinges that we worked on. If you want to take the entire door off, you may wonder, how do you do that? You don't want to mess with these 4 screws. That won't do it. There's actually, you can't really see it, but on the very end of here, there's a little button, and you can push the button, or you might see another flip. It'll be something definitely different than a screw. I'm just going to push on it, and the door pops off, see? Like that. And you can do that to 2 hinges and pull the door out of the way if you're working underneath the cabinet, or if you need to tighten some screws or whatever, you want to get the door out of the way, you can do that. You push it back in, and then you push it back, and there's a definite snap to it. So the door is all fine now. So just wanted to show you that little trick. You can check this one off your list now.